the list of food that we have broken it down into seeds and grains and nuts. You've all seen it, and we hope that when you go back you will be able to go through that list so that you can make a balanced diet for your family. And then this afternoon I thought I'll just go through the vitamins and the minerals and what they do for the body briefly, and then we'll do some basic massage skills today. One thing I'd like to remind us too is that when God made the digestive system, He puts in different enzymes inside that digestive system. Different one in the mouth, different one in the stomach, different one in the pancreas, the liver, and the small intestines. So when we are planning our meal, don't eat too many varieties of food, otherwise some will not be digested, and then we get fermentation and infections in the digestive system. Then we get sick. So those are things that we have, I think, covered so far. Protein, carbohydrate foods, root crops, they give us energy. Protein foods, they give us, they build our body and repair our body. And vitamins and minerals, they regulate the body process and also prevent us from getting sick. And the water, don't forget to drink water. We must drink water, otherwise we will also, all the things won't be carried around in the body. I'll just read a summary of this, the protein supplies. Every living cell in the body is made largely of protein, and it's about 22% the body is made up of in the body. All proteins, directly or indirectly, comes from plants. So we might think that the plants don't give us protein, so we go and eat the fish and chicken and all those meat. But those things will only give us more sickness. So if we are still eating it, it's good to make a decision for us to come back to God's original diet, so that our body system will be clean, ready for translation to heaven when we have come closer to Him and change our characters in cooperation with Him. So proteins supplies materials for growth and repair. They serve as regulators of body functions. They supply energy if our body needs for energy is not supplied by carbohydrates and fats. Body is going to use the protein reserve in the body to bend up energy. And then the vitamins and minerals. Vitamin A helps our eyes. So carrots and those sort of is it orange or orange type food, they have vitamin A. So make sure that we eat some of them during the week. They said that if you look at the sun and then you look away, you should be able to see again clearly within 10 seconds or 10 minutes I think 10 seconds. But if not, then means you lack vitamin A. If you still can't see. And in the night, if you can't see at all, then you lack that vitamins. So it's good to have some carrot juice. So some people also have pumpkin juice. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't tell you whether it's all right or not. But carrot juice is very nice. Vitamin D is made by the sun acting on our skin, using cholesterol, which then change it into vitamin D. It's good to make strong bones. When we are growing up, we need a lot of vitamin D so that we can set a foundation of strong bones. When we get older, we still have to maintain that the bones, otherwise they become weak, and then we can fracture it very easily. So it doesn't mean like we are old and our bones are already strong that we don't need that vitamins. We still need it, because if they are weak, it's because of our previous diet when we were still young, growing up. We haven't laid the strong foundation by eating the right type of food. So when we are growing old, we're going to suffer because our bones are not that strong. But we still have to supply materials to make strong bones as we grow older. The vitamin Bs, vitamin B12, all of us are worried about it. We might not get it, but vitamin B12 is used for good building up of red blood cells, and it needs vitamin C as well to go along with it. So if we don't have vitamin B12, we can be very weak. We can have a tingling sensation of our body, and we can have sores in the mouth. We can be anemic. They call it pernicious anemia, and it's good to eat a lot of green leafy vegetables. And vitamin B is also made in the body as well. And God made us, so He knows that we will be worrying about it. So He's put some in the body so that we don't have to worry too much about it. He looks after us if we walk with Him, if we do His will. God provides for us. He'll give us wisdom and understanding as to how to keep our body too. That's what I believe anyway. Yeah. So stay with God when we are going to heaven, so that He can teach us what to do, what to eat, what to say, and so forth. So vitamin B complex is also important for nerves. What are the sources? Dark green leafy vegetables, milk, or alternate milk like soya milk and those, brewer's yeast, beans, soya beans, peanuts, oats, wheat, potato. So we have those in Solomon Islands, and we can have to make sure that we eat them. So if you see somebody with nervous condition or menstrual disturbances or disturbance, burning sensation of the skin, try and give them some of this type of food. It will probably cure them, because they might lack vitamin B12 or the vitamin B complex, one of those, vitamin 1 or 2 or B12. Minerals, we need just a little bit of it, but that little bit, if it doesn't come, it can be dangerous. So, for example, we might need just a little bit of iodine, but if it doesn't come, then there's lack of the hormone thyroxine that is made by the thyroid gland. So people can have goiter. So good to eat food that contains thyroxine in it. Seaweed is very good. And we tend to worry about too much about what am I going to eat or something like that, because somebody has sort of given a health talk and is talking about more emphasizing the protein and protein, yeah. So we get worried that we might not be getting enough protein, and so we just maybe cook a lot of protein and we eat it, and then neglect the vitamins, the minerals, and the carbohydrates. So we must try and eat varieties. Then we don't need to worry of all these things that maybe we are not eating enough of it. Make sure we eat variety of foods, not same food every day, morning, evening, and lunch. Morning, lunch, and evening every day until that week finish, and again we repeat it again. That means we could lack some of the vitamins and minerals that we need. So proper cooking is also important, and the preparation of food. It's good to not to cut the vegetable too small, because we destroy a lot of vitamins when we are preparing. It's good to just eat a leaf or shred it, wash it and shred it, or break it normal. Just break it, sorry. So then we can maintain some of the vitamins that we need in our body. You saw one that Carolyn prepared yesterday. That was good. It tastes nice too, although it was a small sample. But everybody liked it, and then the leftover, I tasted it. It was very good. Thank you. So you don't have to have a lot of things. Create in the kitchen and think about, what am I feeding my family on now today? Am I giving them a good meal or not? And today you have prepared something. Tomorrow, look at it again and see what you need to give your family. Because if children are sick, or husband is sick, or wife is sick, first examine the type of food you're eating. Because a lot of it is because we are not supplying the body nutrients that should give them energy and supply the cells with what they need. And I'd like to read a quotation in this book. It comes from Ellen G. White. In Counsels on Health, it reads, we are told that every Christian born into this world is born to be a missionary. It means that we endeavor to help every individual that we come in contact with to understand the principle of healthful living and how to apply them to their own lives. We are told that we have come to that time when every member of the church should take hold of medical missionary work. So Ellen White is saying that we should learn to become medical missionaries. So all this information there, it's good for you to put it in your short memory and then long-term one. The world is a laser house filled with victims of both physical and spiritual diseases. And it's true, when we go to the hospital, those of us that are medical missionary, you see all these patients in the hospital and you think, oh, if only I can treat those one, they could be healed by natural remedies. Because many of them probably don't know what type of diet is best for them. And so they probably are eating all refined foods all the time, so they end up getting sick. But you get them and put on natural diet, and they all get better. We run a clinic, as you all know, in Solomon Island, and patients that they said they are home to die, and they come, they live. It's not because we heal them, but we just changed the diet into God's diet, and then God healing power came upon them, and they got better because they had faith in what God says. So faith is health, really. If you exercise faith in God's word, that is healing, that is health. So have faith, ask God to give you more faith in what God says, and then be a doers of it, and you'll see that you won't get sick. So medical missionary work is the gospel in practice. The gospel practically carried out. Soon there will be no work done in ministerial lines. So people who are now maybe bishop or pastors, you must learn to become a medical missionaries as well, so that you can carry out the work as you go out to do gospel work. Soon there will be no work done in ministerial lines, but medical missionary work. It will give us access to people. Their hearts will be touched as we minister to their necessities. It will give us the privilege of participating in Christian help work in our homes, with neighbors and friends. In every place the sick may be found, and those who go forth as workers for Christ should be true health reformers, prepared to give to those who are sick the simple treatments that will relieve them, and then pray with them. This will open the door for the entrance of truth. Every gospel worker should feel that the giving of instruction in the principles of healthful living is part of his appointed work. So medical missionaries are needed out there, and we are to be true reformers, so that what we teach is what we live, to give it to those that we come to help them. And that is power, when they know that we are passing on what we are practicing. And this afternoon, we want to pass on the skill of doing a basic massage, so that when you go out to help the sick in their homes, you'll be able to apply this one if the sick patient needs it. Any questions?
Yeah, question. When we massage a patient, what we actually doing to the massage? What actually we will be experiencing? What is massage going to our body?
When the sick are lying in bed, they are not exercising, and so we massage their muscles. It's really working on their muscles, and we get the blood circulating right throughout their body again, and that helps to carry nutrients and oxygen and whatever. Remove the waste, the toxins from the body to the excretory organs, and then bring in oxygen and food and those sort of, to help the muscle again, to come back, give them strength as well.
Yeah, thank you for your explanation. Really, to come into this line of work as a medical missionary, it's very important. To enter new places and new areas, we need some of this work. When we go out, we meet people in various needs, some in disease, some in problems, but according to like nobody wants to die. Everybody likes to live. The problem is the disease. We can help in some areas like that. So we need to be a medical missionary work.
Yes, that's why it's important to come to camp, so that we can learn some of these things. And most people are ignorant because the knowledge has not been provided. So now that we have a little bit of knowledge on health, we should not keep it to ourselves too. We must try and help other people too to know, so that they can help themselves.
Yes, there are situations that we must massage, and there are situations that we don't have to massage. Can you explain?
There are some conditions, sickness, that we should not massage. For example, a bad varicose vein of the legs. Some people think it's just swelling, so they massage it, but you can damage the valve, which means that we won't do good to that leg. So it's good not to massage varicose veins. Also, cancer patients. We might spread the cancer right around in the body. So it's best not to massage cancer patients. Also, elephantiasis. Elephantiasis is a big leg that it's due to blockage of the lymphatic nodes. So the lymph just down there hardening that tissues. And we don't massage psoriasis, that is thickened skin disease. We in Solomon Island we say bakwa.
How about if somebody's malaria?
Oh yes, you can massage a malaria patient. You can massage all sickness except few of those conditions. And also when you're massaging stroke patient, it's best not to massage because it's very funny feeling when you massage a stroke patient. They feel funny in the head. So the best thing you can do is to just press and hold on for 1 second or 2 seconds and then move again like that. That is more comfortable than you going like that. It's very painful to them. Then when they're getting better, then you can do a Swedish massage. When you enter a sick room, you must have, they must feel that you want to help them. Because if you enter a sick room and then they feel that you really don't want to help them, they won't get better too.
How about the high blood pressure?
Yeah. High blood pressure, when you are massaging, try and massage downward. Yeah. Otherwise the pressure you're pushing up might rupture a blood vessel. It's not that easily done, but just to be careful. And give them a Swedish massage or relaxing massage, not a friction one. So this afternoon, it's going to be just a relaxation massage we're teaching you. if you find somebody that has just fall down because of heart attack, don't lift them up. If they fell near the road, just pull them aside from the road and let them lie down on the left side. And wait for them to try and recover. Maybe hot sun now cause the stroke, so keep some. You can feel if they're cold, then keep them warm. If they're hot, then put some cold water on them. Then keep the airway open by just tilting the head on the side, so that if it's go like that, the tongue will fall back and obstruct the airways. So leave them on the side, so that if they vomit, it runs out as well. While you do that, somebody would be calling for an ambulance to come. But in case you are out there in the bush, we used to do bush clinic, and we come across, we've never lost any patient, treating when they faint or have those sort of problems. So I'm just talking about my experience. Yes.
There are some experience, and I have came through that some persons, they used to massage people, they just add a pain. Like, for example, one day I came across one young man who broke his shoulders, and one man came and gave him a massage. But after all, when I came to that time, I realized that this man who went around doing massage is not studying the body. So later on, when I take this person to the X-ray, I asked this man, he told me that there's nothing problem yet. His bones are not broken, but actually his two collarbones are already broken. Yeah? So that's why it's very important to get a real understanding of who is coming to do the massage. Because most people today, they just went around and say they know how to do the massage. But when we walk in the field of medical missionary, we're walking with the divine presence of God. So we know what we are doing. You know, there are a lot of massage practice today in our islands here. But most of them, they didn't know the part of our body. They just doing massage. So it's really very important for us to come and listen and to know about our body. If I do not know about my body, then I just come with inviting people instead for them to come and help me. They just come to add pain.
Yeah. Some medical missionary thinks that when they go and they cause pain means they are really working hard. But medical missionaries should make patient relax. Should not cause pain. This is why Mrs. White said that we must know the body a little bit. A medical missionary must learn a little bit about the body. So it's good to have a session on anatomy and physiology of the body before you can go out and treat patients. And if you are going out, you should go 2 by 2 so that somebody that you go with should know the body, because otherwise you go and cause more harm. I've known of somebody that went and massaged and gave treatment, but the patient died but anyway, because people don't understand that they should not do this or not do that. We should not be proud, we should be humble and ask each other, what will I do in this condition? Yeah. Because we're dealing with other people's lives.
Just some of the mothers, some have done that in the case of most women or going through the cancer problem like body.
Yeah.
So some women come and they matters them. So in my conscience, I think that they're spreading the blood all over the place. So I just maybe a look and
Yeah, cancer is one of those you don't massage.
But the patients themselves who are caught up with this disease, they accept them to massage them. So that's why it's very important to know the body parts. Thank you.
Okay, so the reason why you must put patients that faint or have heart attack on the left side is because the right side is the one that are returning the deoxygenated blood back into the heart. And we want that blood to be oxygenated. So if the patient is lying on the right side, there's pressure there, so the blood don't go quickly to the heart to be pumped throughout the body. So a lot more of the deoxygenated blood we're causing in the life of that patient that just fall down. So put them on the left side so that the blood that is doesn't have oxygen can go back to the lungs to get oxygenated.
Yes, can you explain to sometimes I'm confused with heart attack and heart failure. Are they same or not?
Yeah,
Heart
there's
failure, heart attack.
during the early stage they're gonna have heart failure, and then they go into heart doesn't work. Yeah. But if there's other conditions, then the main cause is atherosclerosis, where the fat is building up in the coronary artery. And some people can get it early as 50s or 45 because of the diet.
So I was thinking that heart attack is a sudden shock, and heart failure is a inflammation.
Okay, sudden shock, like you had a bad news, and so you just collapse. Could be fainting. So keep the food, don't fry food all the time. Especially us who are cooking, to make sure that we provide, cook more using little water. Remember Carolyn used to tell us don't cook a lot of water. It's true. Just cook with a little water so that all the ingredients are inside, the nutrients are inside. We might be eating good, but anxiety and those sort of things can also destroy us, can make us sick too. So, but people who trust in God, those will not affect them. Take the problems to God. You will come across some patients that have emotional problems. Then you need to know this, the Word of God, so that you study it with them, so that they can have faith in what God says. And faith is already healing. Faith is health. When we have faith, the sickness will not kill us, because God will heal us.